What's good? Backing out another reaction to this video. We back. Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all had a good New Year's and hope y'all, you know what I mean, didn't party too hard and you're able to function. Anyways, Ohio man waited 7 months to unalive the man who dumped at him in his face. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Go ahead and get your ready for the New Year's and for this video. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Happy New Year's. Let's go ahead and get into this video. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you got some leftovers from last night so you can start. You know what I'm saying? Get on to this video, see what's up.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Shout out the family.
Now, police are investigating a deadly shooting in East Columbus that happened early this morning. Police say they found a man on Sterling Lane near Stelzer Road suffering from a gunshot wound, and he died shortly after.
Every time you look up, there's a dead body in your backyard.
Fuck the CeeLo Grimm. Hey, CeeLo Grimm aged.
Or laying on your side of your porch. This is Columbus, Ohio. They shot my car up.
And sad for his community.
I thought we got away from this.
Nah, bro. It's
We
everywhere.
had a good day yesterday. You know,
You from Texas?
fishing, you know, then come home to this. Come to me, in like matter of seconds. Heard like 5 shots. Look out the window, guy's laying there. I run out, try to revive him.
A10 TV was on the scene of an arrest by
Damn.
SWAT officers. You can see them taking 25-year-old Keith Coleman into custody. This has happened on South Richardson Avenue in the Hilltop. He was charged with murder in a shooting back in July on Sterling Lane.
Fam, when somebody say revenge don't got no date on it, this story a prime example of that.
I ain't gonna lie. If I feel like we should kind of revert back into the cowboy old western days. The shung, shing, shung. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should revert back to those days because I mean the law's messed up. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of politicians that get away with a lot of things, and pharmacists and pharmaceutical, all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna speak too much on it, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You kind of like if you're into conspiracies, right? But I feel like there should be a law kind of like the old Wild West or something, where you could, like, if someone did something wrong to you, they wronged you like that, or try to unalive you or something, you happen to catch them slipping and you happen to smoke them, just because he had threatened your life before doesn't mean he can't do it again, right? That's how they treat, you know, repeat offenders, right? So why shouldn't you have the right to smoke him to defend yourself, not only for back then but for future references? Because maybe he might come back and try to finish the job if he runs into you. So I feel like you should be able to have you should be in your rights. You know what I'm saying? In GTA, allegedly, whatever it is you want to say. So, but I feel like that should be, you know what I'm saying? There should be like a law, you know what I'm saying?
Now, fam, before we go any further, I want to ask you a question.
I'll
Let
give
her
you
know
no angle.
Shot you in the face, but if somebody shoot you
That's
and
what
they
I'm
get away
saying.
and you still living, what would you do? Today, we talk about a man who decided
That's what I'm
to
saying.
get revenge in his own hands. Waited 7 months for the perfect opportunity to kill the man who shot him in the face.
So bro was
Today we go over
patient.
his story, see what happened, see where this happened, the victim and the
That goes to show patience. Be patient.
suspect, and see where
No,
we at
swear.
today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to
Give you no
remember,
angle.
I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll
Right.
jump right to it. Today we're going to Columbus, Ohio, about 2 hours away from Cleveland, Ohio. But just 3 weeks ago, a Ohio man was sentenced to decades in prison for avenging
Free bro. Free bro. That's all I gotta say. He got his get back. Free bro.
his own shooting 7 months later. But in order for us to find out how we got to this point, fam, I gotta take it back 2 years ago, January
Right.
2022, and
What
head
happened?
to an apartment called Eastside Apartment Complex in Columbus, Ohio, where a 32-year-old man who went by the name of Harry Moore Jr. had shot Keith Coleman Jr. in the face inside their neighborhood. But Keith Coleman had survived, and he lied to police and did not cooperate in the investigation. But detectives
Gangster,
were able
bro.
to collect shell. According according to prosecutors. And that was key, because shortly after midnight on July 3rd, 2020,
I ain't gonna lie, bro stands on business more than a lot of these. Yeah, I didn't want to put a stamp on it, but it's these a lot of y'all favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying, is just stood on business more than them to be taking these deals and flipping on, you know,
22,
Free the
Keith
guys,
Coleman had
for
laid
sure.
in wait for more at the same apartment complex.
Right.
Prosecutors said Coleman shot Moore in the face and back. Moore was able to fire one round back, and the ballistic testing matched the bullet casing to the January 2022 shooting where Coleman was hurt.
Now, police are investigating a deadly shooting in East Columbus that happened early this morning. Police say they found the man on Sterling Lane near Stelzer Road, suffering from a gunshot wound, and he died shortly after arriving at the hospital. 10 TV's Kiana Deiches talked to neighbors who were there when it happened.
Police say the man shot and killed is 32-year-old Henry Moore Jr. I spoke to neighbors.
But R.I.P. bro as well, you know what I'm saying? We always got to give condolences, so rest in peace. But bro did, you know what I'm saying? And and because he survived, that's a tide left on, what is it? No loose ties, the tide. Bro didn't tie his loose ends, basically. It's a loose end left untied. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? Never know. That's how beef happens too, like in the streets or whatever.
Neighbors who knew him, but they say the worst part about this is what happened here this morning is something they see far too often.
Every time you look up, there's a dead body in your backyard or laying on your side of your porch. This is Columbus, Ohio.
With bullet holes, busted windows, and shards of glass in Sterling apartments, Brian Stewart is
I'm tired of this.
tired of the violence, coping with the aftermath,
They shot my car up.
and sad for his community.
I thought we got away from this. We had a good day yesterday, you know, fishing, you know, then come home to this.
On Sunday morning,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be my feelings too if I was out there fishing, having a good day, then all of a sudden I come home and my car shot up, or I wake up and, you know what I'm saying, my car's, you know, I was like, oh, dump that, bro. I ain't trying to go through all that insurance. And then on top of that, when you do an insurance claim, bro, they're gonna treat it like if you're the one who shot your own car up. That's why I feel for him, bro, especially in the inflation, this administration, bro, with the inflation, you know what I'm saying? I feel for bro. I really do.
there was a shooting in his neighborhood. This time his dog heard it first.
Zeus heard it, come to me, in like matter of seconds. Heard like 5 shots. Look out the window, guy's laying there. I run out, try to revive him.
Police say the victim, Henry Moore Jr., was shot just before 12:30 in the morning. He was taken to Grant Medical Center where he died. Stewart says,
But see, why was you out there at 12 in the morning? You should be in bed with your kid, you know what I'm saying? You should be asleep trying to get him, unless he was on his way home. Unless he was on his way home. See, I better not. I better not talk, you know what I'm saying? We gotta watch this
gun
video.
violence is shattering this community in more ways than one.
I'm on a fixed income. I have to come out the pocket. That's not fair. It's not fair to citizens that we have to take this stuff over somebody's stupid decisions.
Bro's pissed.
Now this person or these people are never going to see the light of day.
His plea to people committing the crimes.
Damn. Hey, but I feel for bro though. I feel for freaking CeeLo Green here because if you're on a fixed income like that, like I said, you know, say this building's built by bricks with green grass. That's like projects right there. I ain't gonna assume anything, but when he said fixed income, then he has to come out of pocket. It ain't a nice neighborhood. It might be the hood. It looks like a hood, but what I'm trying to say is, he's just trying to live his life, and then you got to, you know what I'm saying? all this, and he probably didn't even have insurance because a lot of people, a lot of us, I did it for a long time allegedly, right? I didn't have insurance on my whip for like a few years. I ain't gonna lie, it gets expensive, especially if you're younger than 25, bro. You be paying like $200-300 a month just for insurance plus your car, bro. Pfft. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. So bro's gonna have to come with a pocket, or he's gonna have to ride around with his whip full of bullet holes, which sucks, bro, because your windows are shattered.
Y'all put these guns down.
Hell no.
That's it.
Everyone
Put these
pick 'em
guns
up.
down.
Pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Because whether people put them down or not, the bad ones are always gonna. There are gonna be people out there with burners who are gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? So I say pick them up. So in case someone goes, yeah, you can't. You can protect yourself, and hopefully you don't get caught in that situation though. That's the last thing.
This is the
2025, we all coming up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better do good. Y'all better lock in 2025 and stay out the way. Don't party too much. Don't none of that. Stay indoors and lock in to get some money on. You know what I'm saying?
65th homicide in Columbus this year, and police are still looking for the person who
That's
did
crazy.
this. Reporting in East Columbus, Kiana Dyches, 10 TV News.
Now, Coleman didn't get arrested until 3 months later on October 13, 2022. And it wouldn't be until after he get arrested until the public was able to find out how he was able to get up with the guy who shot him in the face 7 months later and kill him.
Today, 10 TV was on the scene of an arrest by SWAT officers. You can see them taking 25-year-old Keith Coleman into custody. This has happened on South Richardson Avenue in the Hilltop. He was charged with murder in a shooting back in July on Sterling Lane. 32-year-old Henry Moore Jr. died in that shooting. Coleman is scheduled to be arraigned tomorrow morning.
Here's where we find out that
bro, let's see
detectives
what's up.
was able to get Keith's cell phone records and
Right.
his online account. He was also pulled.
Hey, dude, I know it's a stock images.
Was able to get Keith's cell phone record.
I hope y'all's fingertips don't look like that. Cause this looks like he bites his fingertips, bro. Sausage
And
fingertip
his
pad. Look
online
at that.
account. He was also pulled
Those are weenies right there, bro. Those are Frank's. Frank seems Frank fingertips, bro.
over
What the
a month after the shooting, August 24th, 2022, where apparently he was pulled over with some narcotics and a firearm. But that wasn't important to this case. The prosecutors wanted to point out that the vehicle that he was pulled over in was the same vehicle that was used the night of the murder. Now, Keith wanted to take it to trial. And one of the evidence that the prosecutors used was Columbus Police Detective Sean Taylor, who's an expert in digital forensics. And he was able to do a phone extraction to Keith's phone. And this is what they found. The phone and its contents will show that the defendant read an article about the murder at 3:24 a.m., the very same morning of the murder. And then later that same morning, started checking the municipal court website and the common plea website for its own cases. According to prosecutors, they believe he was checking to see if he had any cases against him. And apparently, they from the same neighborhood, but it got divided between the older generation and the younger generation. Keith was a part of the younger, Moore was a part of the older. And in January of 2020,
Bro was a yunk, you know what I'm saying? Like me. He's a yunk, bro. That's why he crashed out and dumped at him in the face. Cause that was like the past 15 years of 9 to nothing but 9 to 5 and or 12 hours straight, no vacation, released, bro, with that one trigger pull. So, but it do be like that. The younger generation, sometimes a lot of them do be hotheads, but then also the older generation, if you got you got the crash outs, are the ones that don't really know how to think right. You know what I'm saying? They be crashing out like bro did, and then that comes later on when you leave that problem unsolved, or you leave that, you know what I'm saying, you leave that situation alone, it's gonna circle back and come back to you. This is why you don't create any altercations. You don't try to lower bro no one. This is why you don't underestimate no one. This is why you gotta always gotta talk to and approach with respect. You know what I'm saying? As there's a certain level to things, and when it comes to like discussing or talking to argument, bro, swallow your pride. You know what I'm saying? Talk it out like men. And hey, if he goes past that after that, he goes past you know what I'm saying? We don't know how deep things get, but if it's possible to, you know what I'm saying, to avoid all this, try to avoid it, because it ain't worth it. You're going to crash out for 15 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever the blackout's going to be, and then your eyes going to be locked up for like football numbers, you know what I'm saying? So
22, Keith had talked
stay
back
out the
to
way,
Moore,
bro.
and Moore had shot him in the face instantly. And of course, if
See what I'm saying? That was a Yunk, bro. That Yunk, he's the one that started it. He just blasted him in the face for no reason, demanding respect. But he should have. Hey, listen to me, young buck. You know what I'm saying? Laced him up and threw him on game, bro. No, that shit ain't how you isn't how you should be. You know what I'm saying? I get you're in the streets and the trenches, but once you get a certain age, you shouldn't be crashing out like that. It ain't worth it. We're getting old. You know what I'm saying? We in our 30s. I turned 30 this year. My last year in my 20s. Sad to say, bro, we're gonna be in our 30s. We should, you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't be doing none of that. You should be locked in trying to get more money and get out the hood so you get, you know what I'm saying? So your daughters and kids could grow up with the front lawn, white picket fence, backyard, and the dog, you know what I'm saying? 2-parent household. Meals, you know what I'm saying? Always clothed and all that, bro. Heat in the winter, AC in the summer. Come on, bro.
Keith
Lock
would have
in.
talked to the police, the
2025, y'all better lock in, squad.
And after 3 months, Keith's face had held up, but he still smiled at more face and kept it cordial about 10 times before he popped him in the neighborhood. He knew what he was going to do, but he wanted to find the perfect opportunity. Now it's important to know this. According to prosecutors, the car that they used had 2 people, and they can't prove whether Keith was the driver or the passenger. But Keith kept it solid once again, and only he was taking the trial. Fast forward to September 23rd, 2024, Keith was 27 years old, and he was found guilty on 1 aggravated murder and 2 murder charges. Not to mention having a switch. A month later, November 20th, 2024, Keith was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Bro's a YN. Why you gonna have a switch? 2 bodies. Damn.
Until after 35 years. And today, all this started because of neighborhood beef and pride. It's a very unfortunate situation. 2 men lost their life because this was all they knew. One dead and one to the system. Send 11 prayers to both of their families. Fam, this was the story of an Ohio man who decided to get revenge, and the man who shot him in the face. 7 months later, he shot that same man in that same place in the face and back. Ultimately, he paid the price. Life in prison. Let me know how you guys feel about.
That's what I'm saying. But there's also a certain level, there's certain people, there's certain boundaries that you can't cross. And once you cross that boundary, bro, it's till one of you guys kick the bucket or end up behind bars. And even then, you might still try to get them from within the system. You know what I'm saying? So, RP to bro, for sure, is first and foremost. But you know what I'm saying? What did you expect? Bro pulled that trigger. Well, I mean, we don't know what really happened, but according to this evidence, or according to whatever, you know, the video stated, what we could go off of, is he pulled the trigger first because the other dude talked back to him. And he felt some type of way, so he dumped at him. And bro waited and got it. You know what I'm saying? They say get back don't have a date on it, just like bro said. And it could happen today, tomorrow, or in 20 years or 30 years. But get back got and... Bro, 6 feet under, rest in peace. And the other dude he ain't eligible for parole until after 35 years. And he's sentenced to life. Bro, gonna be 60 by the time he gets out. 60 some. If he gets out. And that's when he's eligible. Who's to say they might not, hey, you gotta do like another 10. And then we might consider it. You know what I'm saying? I said that to say, bro, stay out the way. Get in your bag. Stay out your feelings. Take everything for facts and a grain of salt. Don't take nothing to heart. Y'all made it to the end. Comment the Family TV. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? If you want to check out the original video, it's gonna be in the link. It's gonna be in the description. With that, gang, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Happy New Year. Get this money. We out.